Yeah. Yeah. Tuesday shit. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all ready? Come on, y'all. I know you've been lied on before. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Come on. What's going on? Urban Therapy with Sun752. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. As a matter of fact, it's the daily. It's the Daily Go Getimism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talk about getting accused of a crime you didn't do tonight. Well, actually, the title of the show is For a Crime That I Didn't Commit. And we're not necessarily talking about crime as far as the police are concerned, as far as judges, juries, prosecutors, defense lawyers, not necessarily that. That too, but not necessarily that. What we're going to talk about is when you haven't done something that you have either been rumored to have done or accused of done to have done or lied on, and the people closest to you or close to you believe the people who are lying. That's what we're going to talk about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. For a crime that I didn't commit. Now, you know, there are different ways that people handle situations like this. You have some people who handle this situation in a confrontational way, where they will ask, well, I'm hearing some things, I'm hearing some rumblings. People are talking about you did this, you did that, you did the third, and I just want to set the record straight and find out from the horse's mouth. Hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Did you do it or not? That's one way to handle it. And I honestly believe that that's the better way, or maybe even the best way to handle it. But then there are some people who just decide to cut ties. There are people who just decide to cut ties with a person because they believe what has been said, what has been rumored, what they think is true. And I don't think that that's fair, but life isn't fair. And because life isn't fair, we have to deal with the complexities of life, or the injustices of life. These are just some of the things that we may confront as we trudge and go through our daily life cycle. Losing friends, losing lovers, losing potential clients, business associates, and things like that, because people believe some other people who may have been influential to them. Sometimes it's jealousy, you know, sometimes it's jealousy, sometimes it's competition. Got to get this person out of the way. They doing too much right now. Said they doing too much right now. I got to get them out of the way. Got to do it today. I'm going to put something out there and say that they did something. And you know, it's really, really hard when you think about the fact that to some of these people, it's even plausible to them that you would do these things, or that you would do what you have been accused of. So there can be a lot of hurt feelings. There can be a lot of hurt feelings that come out of this situation. But these are just some of the things that we have to deal with. some of these things that we have to deal with for a crime that I didn't commit. When was the last time this happened to you? When was the last time there's been some confusion over some rumors that were spread or some things that were said and some lies that were told? When was the last time you've been in a situation like that where you had to explain yourself out of a situation that didn't even apply to you? And what can make it even harder is the fact that you may have been in a situation where you did do some other stuff that they didn't even find out about. So you've been bracing yourself for the uncovering of a crime that you did commit, and that ain't the case that you fighting for right now. So this thing can be a real mental trip, and it can add to a lot of mental anguish, emotional trauma. It can just have you going through a whole lot of BS, and you don't feel like you deserve none of this. And sometimes you have to eat what you're being served. Sometimes you have to eat what you're being served, and there ain't nothing on that plate that you want to chew. But that's how life is, and that's what we're gonna get into tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show. So how y'all feeling, man? I'm feeling like a real man should, and I'm hoping y'all feel like real men and women should also. We are talking about for a crime that I didn't commit. That. For a crime that I didn't commit. Now there are plenty of people sitting in jail cells, waiting on trial, with ankle monitors around their legs, and all kinds of stuff because somebody did believe, or they were either convicted of a crime or arrested for a crime or are on trial for a crime. There's a whole lot of people out there. There are a lot of people out there who actually didn't do what they have been accused of, and they're fighting those cases. And that can be tough. And you know what the toughest part about it is? When you actually go to trial, or when you actually have to fight for justice in court, the money. So many times you don't have the money to fight the case. And that's why so many people that you know, that I know, that we know of, have taken pleas. So you ask, why would a person admit to a crime that they didn't commit? And simply, it's because they were told that they would be able to go home if they did. See, when you commit a crime and the police suspect that you are the one who committed the crime, they are allowed to lie to you in order to get a confession, and that's admissible in court. So they didn't see you do it. Nobody saw you do it, but they have a hunch that you might be the suspect that they're looking for. So they tell you that somebody saw you, or they'll tell you that they caught you on video, audio recordings. Because a lot of times when people have actually done the crime, that hits hard, and then they decide to go ahead and take the plea deal. Like, they figure, well, look, they already know I did it. Ain't no use in spending thousands of dollars going to court for a crime that they have so much evidence on in the first place, which I'm going to lose. So people take that plea. It's not a good look. It's not a good thing. And people with this hue of skin and darker or lighter, we go through this thing all the time. And you wonder, like, people who are broke, they get a public defender, and you wonder why they seem to always go to jail when they have a public defender. It's because they don't have the time or resources to be able to fight your case. They don't have time to investigate the details of your case. They don't have time to argue in your defense. They don't have time for any of that. They're dealing with a high caseload of a bunch of other people who cannot afford legal counsel, so they have been granted that legal counsel by the state. And it's almost like a guilty sentence wrapped up in not even pretty paper. Yeah, that public defender thing is a bad look. But so many of us have had to go that route. And it's almost guaranteed that you're going to lose your case when you have a public defender. Almost guaranteed, because there have been instances where the public defender has been able to strike a deal with the DA and get you on up out of there with like probation or something like that. Sometimes they throw the case out. It's like a trade off. I don't know what y'all know about the legal system or going to court or anything like that, but you should know that everybody that you see in that courtroom, the prosecutors, the defense lawyers, the judges, the stenographer, the court reporter, the bailiffs, they all know each other. They all know each other. And they do make deals with each other. Of course, they'll never admit to it. But you mean to tell me that we are acting like we're enemies in court, going back and forth against each other, even though we're actually colleagues and friends and, you know, very, very cordial and, you know, gingerly towards each other. But we're not going to discuss any of the details in the court or what we can do. Like, you listen, I'll give you this one and this one if you let this one go. Because this one, I don't really think they did it. So, we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. But this one and this one, I'll sacrifice them. It happens all the time. Is it fair? No. No, it's like inside trading. You're not supposed to do it. And if you get caught doing it, then you get in a lot of trouble. But in the court system, it happens all the time. Nobody gets caught doing anything because everybody's tight-lipped about it. But because you got railroaded. But we're talking about for a crime that I didn't commit. What y'all know about being accused, believed, convicted of a crime that you didn't commit? What do you know about it? What do you know? What's good, man? Let me say hi to my people. Stacy White, thanks for coming through tonight. I hope you're feeling all right. Natasha Younger, thanks for coming through and quenching my hunger. Thanks for coming on top, no under. My man John Jeffries, my peoples, says Omar with the fresh blue Hugo Boss polo. This dude be coming through with the names. Close but no cigar, my dude. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you mucho. Do the damn thing. And Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, man? And she says, glorious night, morning, Omar, and everyone. Word up. And Care Bear, thanks for coming through here. I appreciate you. Every time I see you, I say, yeah. All right, y'all, let's get dressed. Let's get dressed. You know what I mean? We can't do this show naked. We can't do this show naked. All right. Let me put my stuff on. You know what I mean? Put my clothes on. Get right. Yeah. All right. Y'all ready? Come on. Put your neck out. Put your neck out. I be feeling like, back in the day when your mom used to make you put all that Vaseline on your face in the wintertime. Because, I don't know. From what I understand, Vaseline is supposed to protect your pores and keep your face from getting too cold. And I don't know. I know I went out with shiny face all the time. My mom rubbing that mess on my. All right, come on, let's go. All right, put this necklace on you. Oh yeah. That's the smaller one too. Yeah, you look good there. That's a good look there. Oh yeah. Oh. Let's get it popping. Yeah, baby. Yeah, but ooh, that thing dripping too. You got the drip on that. Yeah, all right. Look at that. You got the drip. You see that thing? That thing looking long. The thing looking long right there. No diddy. That thing looking long. I'm glad y'all here, man. For a crime that I didn't commit. What do you know? Listen, this thing can start when you are young. Because in my opinion, one of the worst things about this whole people believing lies that have been told on you or rumors that have been spread about you or, accusations and things like that. The worst part about it, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that after you have done the work that was necessary in order to exonerate yourself, to prove yourself to be innocent, and and try to move on with your life, you got to deal with the fact that people that were close to you, people that you thought believed in you, people that you thought were riding with you, people that you thought believed in you, didn't. They didn't. So there's a trust factor. There's a trust factor that we have to consider in this whole equation. People that you loved, people that you thought loved you, and maybe they do love you, but maybe the whole time that you thought that the love and the trust and the reliability was there and all of that, as far as what you thought that you were projecting to your peoples, you came to find out that the whole time they really believed that you were shady. They really believed that you did what you did. They really believed that you were capable of doing what you were doing. And it could be from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Like I said, like when you were a child, you know, maybe you had siblings. Maybe you had siblings that lied on you, that used to tell on you in order to get themselves out of trouble. And they ain't care. Straight throw you under the bus, throw you to the wolves, sacrifice you to mom and dad. And your mom or your dad actually believed your younger brother, older sister, younger sister, twin sister, whatever. You know how they say you got a good twin and an evil twin in the case where you do have twins. Well, yeah, if somebody can paint the narrative that you are capable of doing the things that they say that you've been accused of, like you're the type of person. Has anybody ever said that to you? Well, you know, it's not that I thought that you would do it, but I did think that you were the type that might do it. Yeah. So your mom believed that you lied, or that you, I don't know, took the toy out of the cereal box. You see, back in the day, there used to be toys and stuff in cereal boxes. It was a selling point. It was a big deal. You know what I mean? You go ahead and pour them frosted flakes out. Sometimes nobody wasn't looking and you wasn't gonna get caught. You dug your hand down in that frosted flakes to get that prize for your brother or your sister got to. Well, let's say you weren't the type to do that, but your brothers or your sisters made your mom or your dad, or mom and dad, think that you were the type to do that. So you may have constantly been trying to prove yourself to be a good person, a good guy, a good son or a good daughter the whole time when you were younger. Meanwhile, your reputation is getting worse and worse and worse within family lines. So that can make you feel like, well, maybe if my mom and my dad loved me, they wouldn't believe what my brothers and sisters say about me. It can get down to that. So at a young age, you start to believe that maybe telling the truth ain't really the thing to do, because every time I tell the truth, I still get accused as if I really did it, and nobody believes that I didn't do it. So even if I cry and throw a fit and act crazy, or you know, get into a tantrum, I might even get my ass whooped for all of that, for the theatrics or whatever they call it. Yeah. So you've already made the determination based on the things that have happened to you within your own family, that you can't get a fair shake within your own family. And you know why you can't get a fair shake with your own family? Because your mom and your dad likes or loves your brothers and your sisters more than they do you, because they don't give them a hard time when they get caught in a lie, or when they do something wrong, or when they are accused, or when people believe that they have done something wrong. Even when they have been caught red-handed, they were forgiven. Meanwhile, you haven't done shit, and they treating you like you are a hardened criminal within the family. See, that's when it gets a little ill. We supposed to treat all of our children equally and spread the love ball around. That's what we're supposed to do. But not every family follows those rules. They don't follow those guidelines. So these are some of the things we got to deal with. Right. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to get this. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Come on, what are we doing? All right. Hold on, because I think I'm getting a feeling that my chat has frozen, and I don't want to make no crazy assumptions. But the last thing I see on my chat is Care Bear coming in and saying family, and I don't think that that's the last thing that's probably been said. But if it is, let me know. Is it? Is it? Is it? All right, we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. No, it definitely wasn't. I didn't think it was. So I don't know. I don't know what makes the, during the broadcast. I don't know what makes it freeze like that, but it did. Shout out to all y'all, man. Please hit the like button. Please share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I am your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the, and we are talking about for a crime that I didn't commit. So we're talking about when you have been accused, when you have been rumored, when you have been lied on to have done something, said something, some type of violation, and the people closest to you believe that either you're the type to have done it, or they suspect that you have done it, or they straight up believe the other person who told them the untruth about you doing it. And it can start it can start early, from when you're a little kid in your family, all the way to when you grow up into adulthood and may actually be accused of a real crime. See, once you start getting a reputation for being a liar, or being a thief, or being violent, or being secretive, or being sneaky, or being underhanded, or being deceitful, once you get the ball rolling, the belief ball rolling of the things, of the probabilities and possibilities of your wrongdoings, it's hard to undo that. It really is. It's hard to undo that in the minds of people who know you, because they may think that they really know you, because they think that they have evidence to support that you are the type that would do that kind of thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're the type that would do that. Has anybody ever said that to you? Well, yeah, we heard that you was a cheater, and you seem like the type that would cheat based on something that you've done before, based on something they've heard before, or based on something that you may have actually done before. You may have actually done it before. Maybe you had a reason for it. Maybe you were in a different time and space in your life. Nonetheless, they want to hit you for that. They want to tax you for that. They want to bring that part of your reputation or that evidence of your indiscretions into the modern day era. And you like, yo, I was like 13. That's what we did. Yeah. Things like being a cheater, things like being a liar, things like being a thief. Things turn up missing, and you got this reputation for taking shit, borrowing shit, lifting shit, stealing shit. Maybe you ain't stole nothing or wouldn't even steal anything from people that were close to you. Yeah, you might have, took some cookies and some chips, some candy out of the candy store. Went to the supermarket and lifted a couple of packs of bubble gum, Hubba Bubba, Bubblicious fruit stripes or some shit like that. But you were young. You weren't used to, or you weren't raised to respect other people's property. But maybe you've learned and changed that, and you've learned to respect other people's property. But nobody wants to give you the benefit of the doubt. Not in the modern day era. Oh yeah, he used to steal. Oh yeah, she used to steal. So I thought you were the type that would do that. You were the type. In other words, no evidence to support it, but you're the type that, you seem like the type that would do that. It can be very disheartening. All right. Michael Goins, what's good? And he says, crooks, don't trust them. I understand that. And I am MZ says, oh shit. Oh, Skibidi Toilet or Minecraft Creeper. Nah, Call of Duty for me. I can't play none of that other shit. Hello World. Okay. Hello World says topic in the chat. We're talking about for a crime that I didn't commit. So, if you've been listening now, you should know what the topic is. We're talking about when people believe rumors, lies, and things that have been said about you that aren't true, and you fighting these cases, you fighting these beliefs as if you had done it. So, Dexter Labs says, why do you wear those beads? These are called struggle beads. And look, you're actually wearing the beads. Hold on. Get it right. You're actually wearing these beads also. I took a picture of y'all earlier. I put the beads on you. Look at it. I put the beads on you. So I wear the beads, you wear the beads. I'll explain it again. The reason that I wear these beads is because these beads are big. You know what I mean? These big beads are big. They're made of cow bones. And I wear these beads because they are symbolic of like big gold chains like we wore in the 80s if we could afford them. And in the 80s, I actually couldn't afford them. But, shit, I like the gear that the drug boys used to wear. And the rappers and shit like that. So I call them struggle beads because in the 80s, if you grew up in the 80s, you know that there was a lot of racism. You know that the crack era was crazy and violent, and I lost a lot of people to that, and AIDS. I lost some people to that too, and there were a whole lot of things that we had to deal with as a teenager coming up in the 80s. A lot of things that we had to deal with, and it was a struggle. Everything we had to do was a struggle. Getting through high school without losing friends and just getting into crazy shit or getting strung out on drugs and just falling in with the wrong crowd. That was a struggle for me. I mean, it wasn't as big of a struggle for me as it was for some people, but it was a struggle nonetheless. So, because to me, a struggle is anything I'm going through and what I see my people that I care about go through too. So their struggle is my struggle. My struggle is their struggle. I hope. But anyway, so that's why I call these struggle beads. So like I said, I had to struggle to get through high school. I struggled to get in college. I struggled to get out of college. But I made it through all of that. And all of that shit happened in the 80s. Well, I went to college in 1988. Actually, I went in spring 89. I took the fall semester off. So anyway, that's what the beads symbolize. And yeah, I could call them African beads, but they're not. These are American beads. Black American beads. No, not African Americans. I don't talk like that. I ain't no African American. I'm a Black American. You know what I mean? When I say black, I'm talking about America. And we don't have a land of our own to claim, even though we are indigenous to these lands. But that's a whole nother story. We covered that last night. I don't want to get into it. All right, let's go, though. Let's go, baby. All right. Kotos HD Movie says, hello, bro. How are you, man? I'm feeling great. Great. Not good. Great. And I'm glad that you came through. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Please share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, feeling like a real man should. Hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. And we're talking about for a crime that you didn't commit. Natasha says, my sister accused me of making out with a boy in the basement. It never happened. I got a whooping of a lifetime. Now she's doomed to live her life with 9 cats. We're going to drink to that. She said, now she's doomed. I like that. Retaliation, revenge, get back, karmatic talk. I like that shit. Hold on. We got to take a swig of the Colin. It's time to take a swig of the Colin. It looks so bad, but it tastes so good. Look so bad, but it tastes so. Look so bad, but it tastes so good. Yo, I would give it to you if I could. If you was a little bit closer, I'd give you a dose of the colon ream. Yo, this shit is like a stream that's live and clear, 4K. Yeah. I'm telling you, yo, this shit is good. Natasha, I felt that. I felt that in my bones. Even though your sister isn't your enemy, I hope. I love to see my enemies get their just desserts. When I see my enemies looking, I'm doing bad, I be feeling good. Real good, you know what I'm saying? You know how they be saying, yo, man, you gotta be forgiving, man. You gotta be forgiving niggas. I be like, no, I don't. I would be forgiving them motherfuckers, man. I hope they be doomed to hell and burned eternally in a lake of fire if there's a such thing as burning in hell. I'd be like, yeah, get that nigga, God, get that nigga. All right, anyway. I was feeling it. Count me in. It's good. Santana NW says, Jesus is king. We gonna do that. Shirley Cheryl says, my nephew went to jail for not snitching. The cameras didn't see him at the scene, but the guys he was with agreed that he was there after the interrogation. The real lawyers got him off. I'm glad he came through. I really am, because that's some bullshit. And that's something I know about. I got a cousin. I got a baby cousin doing a 16-year stretch. And he gonna max out. He about to max out. I think he's supposed to be coming home next year. Mikey Man, what's going on? Mikey Man says, change the set again. Getting better. Oh, no, you ain't ready. Oh, I got some fly shit coming up. Yes, I got some fly shit coming up. You know I do. I say I got some fly shit coming. Wait till you see it tomorrow. We gonna do this shit. There will be no sorrow. You gonna be like, damn, that shit was hot. Spend a couple of dollars. Yeah, why not? All right. But I appreciate that. Dilshad says, over the years, I have come to the conclusion that the best neighbor is the one who is consistently not at home. I received that. That's good. Kevin Meckin. Sup, big cat? What's up, big dog? What's good? Thanks for coming through. And hello world says, okay. Joseph says Santana. Not sure what those symbols are, but I received that. I'm with it. I Get Flash says, WSG Sun 752. Cool stream. Appreciate that. Mucho. And Hakuna says, Andy, I don't know. And Common Sense says, I like the way you spell common sense. That's dope. Says, what's your necklace made of? All right, I hope you heard me just a few seconds ago, because I know this is kind of far up on the stream. Hakuna says, stay still. I me picture. That's what's up. And Shaking Bottles. What up, Shaking Bottles? Does anybody else want to answer while he's talking? Okay. All right. Hello, world. That's true. Okay. Hakuna says, sir, need salute. Hakuna, you got it. Crispy Bacon, what's good? And Handy Dandy Brandy says, AIDS epidemic went hard. Yo, man, that was a terrible time, dog. It was a terrible time. And you know what was the craziest thing about the 80s? And this is going to go with the topic, too. The craziest thing about the 80s and the AIDS epidemic is that there was still a whole lot of fucking going on in the 80s. It didn't stop nothing. Sure, we wore condoms and all of that kind of stuff. It didn't stop no babies from being born. Not at all. You know, we barely see teenage pregnancy comparable to what we saw in the 80s. These teenagers these days, they don't be getting pregnant like that. Not that I'm saying that they should, but in the 80s, it was baby boop, baby boop, baby boop. I go to high school, I knew at least 3-4 girls that was in the class with the baby. But what I was going to get to is those rumors, people having AIDS. You want to fuck up something for a friend of yours? Tell the girls that he's interested in that he might have AIDS. Because all you had to do was say might. I heard he got that shit. And we wasn't talking about no HIV. AIDS. They was straight say AIDS. We ain't even understand the whole HIV to AIDS thing. Yeah. Yeah, you got AIDS. Wasn't nobody trying to take them chances. Wasn't nobody trying to take them chances. Testing used to take 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks for it to come back. So for 2 or 3 weeks, here you are at home, you waiting for an AIDS test. And yo, if you grew up in the 80s, that's why these are struggle beads. I'm going to gamble to say damn near everybody in the 80s, old and young, everybody thought that they might have gotten that shit at some point in time. And you know, even if you didn't think that you got it, you went and got tested to make sure that you didn't have it, which means that you knew that you had performed some kind of activity that just about put you in line of fire of probability and possibility that you could have that shit. Because it was a death sentence. Somebody said that you had AIDS. Well, if you actually got diagnosed with AIDS, you know, you was only looking at a life expectancy of about 5-6 years. It was bad. It was bad. Making it through. We talk about the 80s now, and everybody think it was all Madonna and Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie and whoever. It wasn't sweet like that. It wasn't sweet like that. But yeah, spread that AIDS rumor. That AIDS rumor. People were scared, man. We didn't understand the virus. We didn't. We didn't know if we couldn't get it by human contact. We wasn't sure. They said we couldn't. We didn't believe that shit. That shit was spreading like wildfire. And you was sick when you had AIDS. It wasn't like you just got the shit and lived your life. You got sicker and sicker and sicker. If you've ever seen anybody pass from dying of AIDS, that shit ugly as shit. It's bad. It's bad. Quality of life in the tank. So yeah. So a girl that you interested in tells a girl that you're interested in, somebody who wants her more than you want her, or so they think, tells her that you had sex with somebody that they know has AIDS. So it's a good chance that you got it. You wondering why she don't answer the phone no more when you call. She tell her sister, because we ain't had cell phones back then. She tell her sister to consistently tell you ain't home. Her sister on the phone telling me my baby ain't at home. Oh, baby, I just can't take this no more. Help me out. Please, Mr. Telephone Man. Help me out. Please, Mr. Telephone Man. Shit was real, man. Shit was real. All right. Tristan said, I enjoy wearing his beads. That's what's up, man. Appreciate that. And Hakuna says, move mountains and save me. That's what's up, Rika Diver. And I am imperfection perfected says, what do you think about reparations? I think reparations are due and overdue, but I think they're never going to be done in my lifetime. Well, the pandemic proved that reparations could be paid. There's the money is there. The money is there, even if it's not backed. Even if they just print up the money like they did during the pandemic, they could do that for reparations. But they won't do it because then they would have to admit that they were dead wrong. See, it's funny how the Jews could get reparations. The Oriental Asians can get reparations. But we can't get that. They gave the Japanese reparations, and they really, in many ways, gave the so-called Native Americans, they gave them reparations too. The black man, they like, we can't do that shit. We can't do it. We can't do it. And I've heard dumbass black people talk about, I don't want no reparations because I don't need no handout. Just give me this or give me that. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. You so dumb. We talking about 40 acres and a mule. I mean, honestly, I don't want the money. Give us 40 acres. We run it. What? 40 acres? Do you know what you could do with 40 acres of land? I don't care if you don't have a dime starting out. You could sit on that shit, sell 20 of it, and farm the other 20. You good? Man. All right. Don't get me started on the reparations, but that's a good question. But that's how I feel about reparations. I don't think that I'll see it in my lifetime, and probably not my children's lifetime either. But at some point, it has to happen because that's a debt, and one of these lawyers out here, one of these black lawyers are going to stop caping for the legal system and actually do the right thing and get that shit done because it could have been done. Real shit. All right. See, the reason that it isn't getting done is because it's not generating any money. Nobody's going to fight that case and put the time into it because nobody's paying them to do it. That's the way the legal system works. It's money. Money, 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 money. You ain't got no money, you ain't winning no case. Yeah. There's all this evidence to prove that you didn't do it. We don't care. Okay. All right. Sherelle, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I appreciate you on the return. No doubt. Crispy Bacon says, you are American. Yes, I am. 100%. Or whatever you call these lands before they called it America or named it America. Shaken Bottle says, see, he thinks y'all came from America. He thinks y'all are the Indians or something. No, I don't think we're the Indians. I think we're indigenous. There's a difference. The Indians ain't Indians. Their Indians are from Asia. Okay. Chicken Bottle says that's not what he meant by that. All right, anyway. Oh, I'm glad you came back through Shaking Bottles because we can do this every night. It's okay. Because trust me, I would have to come back to your frame of thought. You'll evolve to mine eventually. I follow a guy named Dr. Umar Johnson. Don't want to battle this guy. He don't want to debate him because Dr. Umar is a Pan-Africanist, and even though I like Dr. Umar, but speaking of Dr. Umar and this topic, Dr. Umar Johnson has been accused of many things during his career. And now, if y'all know who Dr. Umar Johnson or Dr. Umar Ifatunde, if you know him, you know he's a very pro-black Pan-Africanist. He went to the Scotland School for Veterans Children, and he's been building this school, trying to open up this school for black children. It's a private school, pretty much based on the boarding school education that he received at Scotland School for Veterans Children in Pennsylvania. Well, one of the things that Dr. Umar has been accused of are of taking money for this school and not being honest about the development of the school. He's been accused of it many times. And it's been very hard for him to live this down. Until that school opens officially, he's going to have to go through this. So even though he shows pictures and videos of them getting the school together, they have the location, he's talking about the zoning and all of that kind of stuff, they're painting and stuff like that, people still don't believe it. Like, the school still ain't open. What's taking so long? Because he's been collecting money for a long time. So one of the knocks against Dr. Umar is that he's just about a bunch of money. So whatever he has to do to get that money out of your hand, he's going to do it. And look, I imagine that he probably has to deal with people who say, well, you are always, somewhere with your hand out. Always money. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Hit the, what is it, Zelle? What is it? He always talks about 3 payment ways. Cash App, PayPal. For now, we'll call it the Zelle. We'll call it Zelle. But hey. Is it the GoFundMe? I don't know. But yeah, he got to deal with that. Until he lives that down and opens that school and we have actual students, attending there. And he's only going to let the students of the donors attend the school. Well, yeah. Okay. Chrissy Baker says, I know exactly what that means. I feel if you live here and you're legal, you're American. It's a good thing. That is kind of the way America works. But I say I'm an American because my people were here when Columbus got here. We are indigenous to these lands. We just are. Can't take that away from me. Why do you think that we look so different from the from Africans? Black Americans. Do I look African? When you see me, do you be like, yo, what tribe of Africa are you from? No, you don't do that. You don't see no African in me. You don't see no African on me. You just don't. No disrespect to Africans. Much love to the motherland. But this is my motherland. And it's a fact. So, now people try to say it's because all of the interracial, all the intermingling and mixing of the races. That's why Black Americans don't look like Africans. I'm like, that makes sense to you? I mean, really, because I've seen Africans who have created children with Europeans, and they sure look African still. I don't know. Okay. What up, Jay? I ain't reading your comment because it's whack. What up, Kay? Chicken Battle says, yeah, but they saying black people originated in America or something like, I really don't even care, but we can stay in reality. Well, I mean, I'm not asking you to believe it. I mean, research it. Fuck what I say. As a matter of fact, nothing I say on here should you believe. For what? Who am I? I'm just a guy with a camera, a microphone, and, some beads around his neck, and seems to talk what he thinks he knows. That's all I am. Research. Don't believe none of that shit I say. Research. I don't mean Google. Research. Look it up. Find it. Read. Go get some books. Look for documentation. Go to the Library of Congress. Whatever you got to do. Look it up. You're going to find it. You don't believe me? Who am I? You've never seen me face to face. You don't know. I could be a liar. I could be a liar. Somebody said Putin power. Putin pussy. He pussy. The Putin pussy. All right. Chrissy Baker says the 80s were a crazy time for real. For sure, yeah. All right, let me see. Mikey Man says they call it a lifestyle disease. It was a scurry time. Yeah, Mike. You know it. You know it. That's what I'm talking about, Chrissy Baker. He said, Shaking Bottles, I don't think you understand what I was saying, but you do you. Yo, Chris, that's the shit that I'm talking about. You ain't gotta argue and try to hash shit out. Yo, you believe what you believe, and I believe what I do. You go ahead and do you. Screw you. Yo, you ain't gotta come over. I ain't trying to recruit you. I ain't really trying to shoot you. Ain't trying to really hurt you. Ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just expressing myself and building my wealth. Yo, so you don't really wanna believe. Yo, I ain't the one for you to be trying to believe. Yo, I say what I say and I know what I know. So you go that way and this is the way I go. And anybody that don't agree with this, well, that's all right. Yo, I'm going to put you on a list of people that I know that I never could convince, and I wasn't trying to convince you from the start. This is from the heart. We got this thing going on, and it's not going to ever stop because it's long. It's sort of like a snake, sort of like an anaconda. You gotta do this shit when you rewind the tape and listen to the things that I say. I know that you're going to feel some kind of way, but you ain't gotta believe me today. Hey, hey, hey. I know how sometimes when you think you know something, you get all passionate about it. Like, I can't believe he's saying things that's contrary to what I think I know. I know how I be, man. I was a young man once. And believe me, I was passionate as fuck about what I thought I knew. I really was. Argue you down and might win. And was wrong. All right. Oh, shaking bottles. Oh, you want to control the conversation. Oh. Tell you what. I'll do this for you, shaking bottles. Maybe one day this week, and I have to say maybe because I have some other titles coming. Maybe one day this week, maybe Thursday, I will do a show on us being the Aboriginal people. And you can come through. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not going to promise you that, but maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps. Now we can really go at this shit. That way you can have a platform. As a matter of fact, I'll open up a way for you to be able to call in. Because I'm not going to, we're not going to do this all day and night. We just can't. You can't be sucking up the whole show. No diddy. But I might do that for you. I'm going to think about it. All right. Simeon 504 says, this the one, the girl had a baby. The girl had a baby in the sink. I don't know where. I don't know. All right. Hakuna says, education is free to say shit, bro. Okay. Mikey said, they call it a, okay, wait. I'm all the way up. Sherelle, Scarlett, Dexter Labs, Reed Hogan. What's going on, y'all? Thanks for coming through. Raymond Rhymes, this man part of the PSYOP, or he doesn't know the truth. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Why has everybody always got to talk about the truth like there's only one thing that could possibly be true? That's the one flaw in human beings that I wish I could change. At least two things can be true at the same time. You got all these religions out here saying that it's only one God. You believe any single one of them? How they know? Because everybody's God, everybody says that their God is the only real God. So everybody else is just flailing in the wind, doomed to hell, cloaked in disbelief. The truth. What is the truth? How about just truth? Truth I can deal with. The truth? Nah. Not for me. Shaking Bible says, I understand what you're saying. I completely agree with that. I don't agree that black people are originally from America. Besides dark colored natives, but I'm pretty sure he's saying slaves was here. Oh, the dude that I was trying to remember his name is called Dane Calloway. Look up Dane Calloway. Matter of fact, the reason I like Dane Calloway is because he comes through with documentation. He'd be like, fuck all that belief shit, all of that folklore shit, all of that passed down, word of mouth shit. He comes through with the papers. He comes through with the papers. Dane Calloway. Check him out. Check him out. Now, I don't agree with everything that Dane talks about, but Dane know his shit. And people have been asking him to debate Umar for a long time, and Umar won't debate him because Umar says that Dane hasn't done anything like opening up schools or doing anything for the community until he does that, he won't want to debate him. But the truth, I think, is that Umar know he ain't gonna win, and he can't sacrifice his Pan-Africanism losing because that's going to cost him money. Dane don't be asking for cash like that. Umar be asking for that money. That money. I ain't mad at him, but somebody that stays in your pockets all the time, I don't know, it's a little suspect to me. All right. Chicken Bible says, I would love to research this, but slaves weren't allowed to read and write, supposedly. So what books do I read? There are plenty of books out there for you to read. Start researching. Start Googling. Start going to, you're on YouTube right now, right? Take the search engine after you finish watching the show and put in Black people are Aboriginal or indigenous to the Americas. See what some other people have to say. There are thousands of videos on here about that. Check it out. Check it out. David D says, every time you pop in my recommendations, the first thought I have is you need to start powerlifting. You don't understand the genetics you have for the sport. Man, I'm 53 years old. I ain't trying to be powerlifting, dude. But I'm glad I came up in your suggestions. I didn't know I did that. Real shit. Because YouTube don't be fucking with me. So I thought. No. Listen, I'm trying to drop like 20 pounds. That's what I need to do. I jumped on the scale today. Where I work, I jumped on the scale. I've been bitching, scared to get on the scale recently because I know I wasn't doing the right thing. And I was like 235. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, Nick, what you been doing? I got to get that down. I got to get down to at least 220. Get down. I really want to be between the 210 I'll take this. Between 210 and 220. No more than that. No more. I don't want to be a pound over 220. What up, Joshua Wakeland? Thanks for coming through. And Stephen Haxie. All right. No, Dane, Dane, not Dayne. King Pierce says, Mike Tyson, if he could not sleep and believe in this culture. You crazy as hell, man. I'll tell you what. I love and respect Mike Tyson, but he ain't got a smile like this. He don't. I do. Okay. Hello World says, dude keeps saying slaves ignorant that these were prisoners of war. What war? What war? Okay. Savage Boy Angel says, you should fight Mike Tyson. What the hell are y'all talking about? He said Jake will soften him up. Jake gonna get knocked the fuck out. Tyson is not gonna play with him like he played around with Roy Jones. He respected Roy Jones. He treated that fight like it was an exhibition. He could have knocked Roy Jones' head off. Mike is still in tip-top shape, especially for his age. He was born to fight. He got Jake beat by like 20 pounds. It's about to get dark. When he take that body shot, he gonna lose his body. He gonna be like the body of Christ. He gonna crumble like the body of Christ. You know, you put that little chip on your tongue in the Catholic Church. Well, they do it in Christian churches now too. Go figure. But yeah, he gonna crumble and disintegrate and dissolve like the body of Christ. It's about to get dark. But yeah, for a crime that I didn't commit, whether it's cheating on your girl, whether it's lying to somebody, lying to a friend, or whether it's stealing something. Thieves are it's so hard for you to live down being a thief if you are found out, known, or suspected of being a thief. Because nobody really ever thinks that a person who has gotten away with stealing will ever stop stealing. For good reason, because they normally don't. A person who steals a lot normally keeps stealing. They don't respect other people's property. They figure if you have it and you take your eyes off of it, you leave it all by itself, it's fair game. I'm taking it. Especially if nobody else was, if there are other people around who I can blame for the crime. Like, there were more people there than just me. How you know it was me? That's that crackhead shit right there. That's how crackheads used to do. Well, how can you say it was me? It was 4 other people there. Yeah, well, you was the only one dirty. And the only one that was on their knees searching for a rock. You don't know what they were searching for when you wasn't there. Yeah. I'll never forget. See, I used to work with crackheads back in the day. This was the 90s. And I'll never forget when I used to buy and sell houses and fix them up, and I was a landlord. And I took the electrician who was part of my crew. I took him to a house so he could fix the base heaters, the wall base, the baseboard heaters. And I got out to go get some gas. And when I went to go to pay for the gas inside of the station, when I came back, I used to have all of this change in my ashtray. When I came out, I was like, yo, where's my change? Give me my change back. He was like, what change? I was like, the change that was in this ashtray when I went into the store. Give it back now. He had to give it up. Because number one, I was paying him. Number two, he was the only one in the goddamn car. It was a brand new car. So it was brand new change. And he never changed that look on his face. When he got caught, he didn't look like, it was just sort of like, he took it out of his pocket, like, put it back in the ashtray. I said, how much was it? I don't know. Oh, but you can check my pockets. I don't have no more. I said, okay. I said, yo, man, you ain't riding in my car no fucking more. That's that. Now, I had to trust him to go into these people's houses. I'm sending a thief into people's houses to fix some baseboard heaters. Not a good look. But business was business. And I had to get it done. And the motherfucker wound up stealing some of those little, like, I, like these little bottles of whiskey. Where the tenants had a bunch of these on their mantelpiece. I guess they collected them or whatever. This motherfucker took some of them bottles. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh God. I had to pay him for the bottles. I paid them like he stole the big bottles. Cause now I can't send him back in their house no more. Like, yo, me and landlord send this crackhead motherfucker in my house. He's taking shit. No, he can't come in my crib, especially if I'm not home. I couldn't blame him. The giraffe says alcohol is gross for real. Hey, well, it is what it is. You think it won't when it whiz. And what up, Caleb Salgado? I never heard of a name like that before. Hey, you said you just subscribed. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. Let me. Appreciate that mucho. And Ashutosh Mishra. I can't read your comment, but appreciate that. Savage Boy says, imagine if Jake knocks out Mike. That would make national news. It would make headlines. Artists might even write songs about it. Yeah, but that ain't gonna happen. It better not fucking happen. I'll be so pissed. Shirley Shaw says, that is a wonderful smile, son. Ring the bell for that one. That's what's up. Fuck it. We already rung the bell. We gonna try and go for that. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feel like real men and women should. Also, tonight we are talking about for a crime that you didn't commit, for a crime that I didn't commit. 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 What? For a crime that I didn't commit. Yo, why I get accused of that shit? It bees like that. It bees like that. But like I was saying earlier, man, the worst part about this is the fact that when somebody paints you or labels you as the type that might have done it or that would do it, how do you feel about that? Before we get out of here, that's what I want to know. How do y'all feel about that? If you've ever had that happen to you, somebody said that, well, I don't know if you did it, but, I was kind of thinking that, you might have done it, because they feel like you're the type that would do some shit like that. Now, the worst part about that for me is when you think that I would have done something that would hurt you if you're close to me. So somebody lied to you and told you that, let's say, I said that something that you held close to you didn't have any value, or that you were stupid, or that you were ugly, or that I'm not really your friend. I just hang around you for something. Like, for you to think that I was the type that fit that type of profile, for me, that's a hurting thing. Like, yo, man, you think I would hang around you, kick it with you, chill with your family, pick up your kids, help you out with things? protect you against your whiz. That's your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like in times where you might have been in trouble with her, I help bail you out with that. And you think that I'm going to talk bad about you like this? Should we talk bad about each other to each other? Why would I have to do it behind your back? Well, that's why I thought that maybe you would have said something like that because, we be playing around or sometimes we even be serious, we get into our talks. But yeah, man, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to say anything to you malicious. I don't have any malicious intent towards you. And this is in the case where you find out that somebody believed some bullshit that was said about you. A lot of times you don't find out. People get non-confrontational and they never tell you why they stopped taking your calls, why they stopped coming around, why they act a little standoffish when you're near now. You don't know. You don't know. But it's all built on a lie, a rumor, some innuendo, some hate, some jealousy. And they never even gave you a chance to get your side of the story. And y'all supposed to be like this. Now, you answer me that. What type of man or woman doesn't give their best friends or their lovers or the people that mean or are supposed to mean something to them a chance to set the record straight? To prove or disprove something that was said about them. It ain't cool. So a lot of trust and a lot of faith can be lost because of these situations. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Stealing money, not giving people their fair share, shit like that. Let's say you with a business partner or with a friend or a family member, whatever. Let's say y'all throw a some type of fundraising event. A fundraising event. We want to raise money for such and such, maybe for scholarships or something like that. So people, y'all sold a bunch of tickets. You sold a bunch of tickets. They sold a bunch of tickets. And all of the money was supposed to go to a particular thing after all of the bills and expenses were paid. And somebody told them that you took all of the money for yourself. Like the intended purpose of the money hardly had any funds going toward it. But most of it went in your pocket. And they believed it. Because they believed that you were the type of person that would do that kind of shit. Because you're greedy or you're materialistic. What kind of shit is that? Seriously, what kind of shit is that? All right. Kendall Davis says, yo, that shit is fire. That's what's up, man. All right. Chrissy Bacon says, I probably did it and I probably got away with it. Man. Cinco Pontecera or Serra, can you shout out my girlfriend? No. Y'all ain't get me this time. Well, tell you what. I'm going to do it, but with the knowledge of what I'm saying. My girlfriend, loose anus. I can't. All right. Selena, she says, this might sound silly, but fun is to imagine being a guest at your summer backyard party. It don't sound silly to me. All right. All right. Arturo, JRZ or Juniors. I am Bill Cosby says, anyone thirsty? Oh, shit. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs and let's get on up out of here. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 28th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are Special. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Sheila Crump. Happy birthday to you and Juanita Glenn. Happy birthday to you and Tina Johnson. Happy birthday to you and Nikki Brooks, turning 39 years old today. And Yarika Rosario, turning 31 years old today. And also Obi Helen, turning 33 years old today. And Sylvia Payne, turning 60 years old today. And Tosca, or is that Tosca Taylor, turning 56 years old today. And, wait a minute, Chinamaram Johnson turning 47 years old today. And my man Old School, governmentally known as Aaron Cisco, happy birthday to you, turning 69 years old today. And last but not least, John Mickens, turning 40 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious May 28th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out. Rock on it, do the damn, rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, getting accused of a lie, being lied on, being rumored about. Shoot, what about the stuff that you did for real? They ain't trying to accuse you of that shit. They trying to chill. But the shit that wasn't real, stuff that wasn't right, they think that you did the shit and it's all right. But now they ain't talking, y'all ain't speaking, and you wonder why they tripping, why is they tweaking. But these are the things you gotta deal with in our lives. It's just a shame. But I've learned in my lifetime, you gotta let some go, even if they don't want to show you the gratitude and respect that you gave. Yo, you still gotta be on your shit, learn to behave. You let the things play out the way they supposed to, and all that thing is going to come back to you. One day it comes back full circle. Even though they disrespected you, it won't hurt you. What's going to hurt a little bit, sometimes a lot, but you gotta do what you gotta do. When it's hot, the oven, you gotta make sure you strike, you do what you gotta do, even if you don't like. Yeah, man. Listen, we're gonna be back tomorrow, 1 a.m. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that notification bell, let you know when we come on. But on the weekdays, we come on at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. So we gonna get up out of here. Yeah. Sure, husband says, oh, happy 20. I'm about to say your birthday ain't no May 29th, but it is coming soon. Yes, it is. All right, so let me get up out of here. Let me I can take off my clothes now. Take off my clothes. Like I can disrobe y'all. Take y'all clothes off. Y'all good? Look, y'all looking naked. I can't see you though. Listen, holler at y'all tomorrow. Hit that like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all coming through. All conversation is welcome here. You know, this is a place where you can express yourself. There ain't no censorship over here. We can just hash it out, argue it out, yell it out. It's all good. Peace.